Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous coming to you with some Silver League sexiness out of the map Metalopolis. Spawning over here in the left-hand position, we have Snow, the Red Terran, and down here in the southern position, we have his opponent, Ace of Spades, the Blue Protoss. And that's just kind of what I do when I see multiple S's. If anybody was sitting there going like, "What the fuck was that? What is wrong with this man?" who is just yelling to an empty room and a microphone and random people on the internet. The thing is, he's Ace of Spades, and he's dropping a pylon right next to his Nexus, going for a very economical pylon placement, getting his probe right back to work. There shall be no leisurely walks in Ace of Spades' army. No. Probes, get back to the mineral line. God, probes need to learn their place. We have the SCV dropping the supply depot at the ramp for our Terran player. Going for a wall off, which is kind of, I guess, it's kind of good in PvT. It's not, the worst thing to do. It's not the best thing to do. It's kind of just the thing to do. That's all I can explain that with. We have Ace of Spades making his probe go on a very leisurely walk. He's scouting cross-map position first. Snow's coming in and doing the logical thing, going close air first, followed by going to cross-map. But not Ace of Spades. His probe has to walk everywhere. God, what a slave driver. First it's like, you shall plant your pylon right next to the Nexus so you can get back to work faster. Now it's like, you shall walk across the entire map. And it looks like we have Mortal Kombat SCV and the, oh god, the probe pinned him. Was this pylon just to pin that SCV? Is that why this pylon is put here? Because if so, Ace of Spades, you are my hero. And if not, say it was so, because that was pretty awesome, and you should brag about it. So we have Snow going for the command center, or orbital commands. Man, this is a command center. It is morphing. And we have the barracks coming down in the probe, just walking past the Marine. It's alright. He doesn't have to worry about it. I don't think he saw this command center, so, Protoss is not going to know that for just a little bit. And Ace of Spades, ooh, dropping the scary pylon. He's also prepping to take his out expansion. He has this probe a little bit early, considering the fact that this is maybe a third of a minute away from him actually having enough resources to plant that down. But I'm not going to criticize it too much. You typically want to send this guy out with, when you're at 300 minerals, then he can go out there, drop that Nexus, get right back to work. Because of course, as a Protoss player and as Ace of Spades, you just need to be a slave driver. This probe took quite a beating from the Marine. However, he did manage to get away with 3 life, and he's now, just hanging out at the Zelnaga Tower. This is the one probe that's allowed to not do anything. And Ace of Spades alerting me to the fact that his pylon is going down. Thank you, Ace of Spades. This Marine just doing the rat-a-tat-tat action, taking that down. Snow going up to 4 barracks, quite scary, along with Ace of Spades going up to 3 gateways, because he wants to have this expansion, and he wants to defense it too. Yeah, I know. He's aiming for the stars. And if I sound a little bit stuffed up, and my voice is a bit more nasally than usual, it's because I am stuffed up, and my voice is a little bit more nasally than usual. Thank you for noticing. And we have, pylon going down, making sure he doesn't get supply blocked. Even though if he was keeping up with constant unit production, he would be supply blocked right now, but don't worry about it. He is managing to keep his chrono boost not at 100, which, although not perfect, it's better than, it's better than anything else, because he can just dump all that chrono boost onto, 4 different things. He dropped the second assimilator, however, nothing's mining from it yet. He's transferring 7 probes? 10 probes down to his expansion. Actually, big Maynard there. Surprising, to say the least. We have Snow going for, God, so many. It looks like 2 of these barracks are going to be reactor barracks and 2 of them are going to be tech lab barracks. So a large and balanced bio ball with, approximately 2 Marines for, 2 Marines for every Marauder. Because that's kind of what you want when you go up against Protoss. You want that nice balanced composition. Interestingly enough, he is not getting a lot of gas. He does not look like he wants to tech up anywhere past here. He is going for that tech lab, or stim pack out of that tech lab, along with constant marauder production. Actually, not perfectly constant marauder production. He's getting a marine as the second thing out of there, and he's just going for full marines now. Never mind. Just full marines. You want all the marines you can possibly get. It looks like the marine is taking out the probe at the Zelnaga Tower. That probe was brave, but he was not strong enough to withstand the damage from this marine. This marine actually has 2 kills. This marine's kind of a baller. However, this stalker doesn't care. The disciple stalker does snipe him off. And yeah, it looks like all of the marines are... Oh god, that's a lot of marines. God, Terran is so OP. Look at all these units. Man. Think about it. Just one of them can, like, 4-shot a Nexus. It's ridiculous. We have spotter pylons all over the base for Ace of Spades, which is, of course, something that you want to do. It's very nice. He's also going for the charge upgrade from the Twilight Council. Ooh, scary zealots. I'm surprised he hasn't dropped the forge yet. And there's a robotics, actually, not a forge. So I would expect a forge anytime now. You know, a forge, get that +1 going, really start rolling in the upgrades. And there is a forge from Ace of Spades. Well done, sir. It looks like this stalker has, you know, he's just maintaining control of that Zelnaga Tower. And Snow with kind of the scary army. Pretty frightening, if I do say so myself. Stimpack is almost done. It only has about 25 more seconds left. He's going for quite a bit of gas. He's finally getting that factory down. This is kind of a late factory. I would expect to see a starport come down like right after the factory, and there's the starport along with a reactor on the factory. So I'm expecting a switch here because I doubt he's going for Hellions against Protoss. After all, he's no MKP versus White Raw. Woo. That was an awesome match. If you guys haven't seen that, go watch it after this video, of course. Stay here and watch this. This is better. It's more entertaining. Don't watch the game with the professional casters and the pro players. Nah, they're overrated. We have the orbital commands capping out at 50 energy. Look, this one is anyway. And I don't really care about the other one because the other one broke my point. So I'm just gonna ignore him. And muling his main, which is kind of interesting. Usually players mule their naturals a lot more than I see them mule their mains, which is kind of just an odd thing that I notice after a while, is that people like to mule their naturals and mine their naturals out faster. Usually because there's less SCVs in their main, or there's more SCVs in their main if you don't main her down a lot. It looks like we have Zealots coming out from Ace of Spades along with a Forge. No, +1 upgrade at the Forge. Getting Templar Archives and another Gateway. So going for a huge Gateway ball, maybe even going into, you know, some Psystorm territory. Psystorms. And Snow's kind of still just amassing at his ramp. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for an attack yet. Usually, I see a lot of people go for like a plus, or you know, stim timing. Usually it's a stim +1 attack timing. However, in Silver League, you really only need stim to go for a timing attack. And with stim, especially if you got combat shield, you can kind of just wreck face. This observer being quite annoying, sitting right there. Ooh, droppy drops. However, there's an observer scouting this droppy drops, so these are probably gonna get cleaned up pretty rapidly. And yeah, there's the army all moving back into position. Let's see. It looks like he's going for the smoke vent, which also has a spotter pylon. Is he gonna actually commit to the droppy drops? Let's see. He might. What? Oh god. Oh god. Alright, both medevacs are dead. And the entire army is mourning their loss, just sitting out here. None of them are dancing, none of them are doing anything. They're just kind of chilling. And 2 new medevac pilots just popped out. And I'm guessing that their fingers are now crossed and they're praying to God that they don't need to go for a drop. Because there was definitely something went wrong with that one. It was not well planned out. A Viking, interestingly enough, is coming out from Snow. I'm not quite sure why, because there is no indication of Colossi yet. Yeah, there's no indication of Colossi yet. The third is up. You know, that's pretty bad, but a Viking wouldn't really help. Ooh, the move out from Snow. He has +1/+1. This is pretty scurry. However, Ace of Spades, I'm pretty sure has the bigger army here. Yeah, he has like a 9 army supply lead over his opponent, the Terran. Plus the fact that his composition is kind of stronger because Snow has 2 medevacs. And this is quite a few more units than 2 or like 8. So these medevacs aren't gonna do a whole lot in this fight. Plus the force fields are actually pretty beautiful. And despite trying to micro, Snow has not yet developed those like MKP level skills where, you know, he just micros so well that he doesn't lose any units and he kills the entire Protoss army. So he is going to have to run away now, and that is certainly the right choice at this point. However, Ace of Spades is not that far ahead in army supply. I was going to make some point there. That point got completely invalidated. Thank you, Advanced Blizzard interfacing. It would appear that this army is going to need to retreat to heal, and this army is going to need to retreat to regenerate their shields. So, you know, they've kind of just decided to lay off. They're not going to fight. However, the Archons are popping out, and Archons, very scary units. I'm still surprised he hasn't even gone for Storm, though. That's kind of troubling, because Storm is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like Gambrick or anything, but it's pretty Gambrick. It's a really good spell. You should get it every time you play. Every time. It's good. And Ace of Spades going for those 3 High Templars. But they still don't have Storm, so it's probably just going to be like an Archon and a half. And he's just going to need to... Oh, God. There was drop. There's some drop in action. 5 Marauders, 6 Marines, and there are... Oh, God. One Marauder dies. Or 2 Marauders die. I can't tell, because Marauders' bodies like split in half when they get killed by Zealots. So, that's not an easy tell. It looks like the Orbital Commands are all still dropping their mules at the natural. The command center is going up at the 3rd. It is about to wrap off, and I would expect it gets turned into an orbital. I mean, I guess I could see a planetary, but there's no real point. You might as well just go for the orbital. And it looks like Ace of Spades is expanding to the gold. Definitely a good decision, because when you're ahead, you just want to get more ahead. Why the hell not? And he's 6 supply ahead in army supply, but again, his composition is better. There's no question about that. And, oh God, he sniped the Templar Archives. I didn't even notice that. God, I am a bad observer. I'm just an awful person, I guess. And it looks like he's going for a lot of High Templar. However, since these High Templars still don't even have Storm on the way, they're probably just going to be Archons. There we go. Plenty of Archons are going to be popping out from Ace of Spades. You know, he still has 4 High Templars. There's no real point as keeping them High Templars. I mean, I guess you can feed back medevacs, but who the hell does that? I mean, seriously. So now, sticking to the MMM. You know, if you got M&Ms, you just want more M. Just gotta get that more M. And it would appear that the Observer is scouting out his entire army, and this Observer has kind of just been chilling in his opponent's base the entire game. And this Observer is scouting any drops that are going to be coming out, and Ace of Spades is moving. He is on the move. Where's his army supply at? Oh, God, Snow's actually a bit ahead. Snow is like... I think I've been calling this entire game thinking that the Protoss was red. And by that I mean like the army supply tab. However, I'm just going to live with it, because I can't go back and change it now. And it would appear that this is a lot of High Templar. There we go, Archons. So, we have like 6 Archons coming out, and I'm guessing he's going to be timing this attack. He kind of looks like he wants to attack, and I'm guessing he's just going to be timing it with a ground weapons level 2. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a 2nd forge, because 2 forges means double the upgrades. And double the upgrades means double the fun. You know, just common knowledge. And we have Snow moving out. However, some of his army is still in medevacs. I don't know why. You should probably know that. And it looks like unneeded force fields, kind of random force fields, in fact, are just going to cause the Terran army to die. I mean, the Terran army wasn't really going to retreat anyway. Yeah, there's... This Terran army just got owned. like really hard. Wow. What's the units lost? Wow, that's actually really close. It's a lot closer than I thought it would be. It looks like he did finally decide to unload his units. Just a little bit too late. Plenty of charge lots, because he has 6, I think 12 gateways. Yeah, 12-ish gateways. 14 technically. He has plenty of gateways. That's all that really matters. And these suck. Oh, never say die. What a boss ghost. Too bad he died. Yeah, I just realized that if ghosts say never say die, they actually say die. Maybe that's why they die. Like if a ghost just stayed silent when he hit 0 health HP, he would probably be alive. Because ghosts never say die. And it looks like all these Marines trying to micro. However, it's hard to micro one Marine against 12 Zealots. Or 10 Zealots, excuse me, 10 Stalkers. 12 Zealots, 10 Stalkers, 10 Zealots, and a Sentry. And Snow calling the GG like a mannered fellow and leaving the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary by Boisterous. If you want any of my other commentaries, you can head on over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. If you want your games commentated, and trust me, I want to commentate them. They don't all need to be as badass as these, as this one. However, I prefer most of them to be that way. So, yeah. You can send them in to boisteroussc2@gmail.com. Also, if you have any feedback for my channel, you can go ahead and post it on the Battle.net thread. Also, if you have a craving for ice cream, go ahead and post that on the Battle.net thread, because no matter what you post in there, it gets put up on the front page. So why the hell not say that you really just want some vanilla ice cream? You can sign up over at sc2clans.org for the upcoming StarCraft 2 Clan League, or StarCraft 2 Team League, excuse me, of which me and Kadoink will be casting the championship bracket, and I think that's it. So yeah, this is Boisterous, and I am signing out.